100 megawatts of electricity were added to the national grid today from the Lakvijay coal power plant in Norachole.
The first ever coal power plant in the country, which was constructed in Norachole, could not generate power continuously due to its technical problems. The Ceylon Electricity Board is currently experiencing many difficulties in generating power due to the lack of rain and due to problems at thermal power plants. Chairman of the CEB, Professor Vimal Dharma Abeyvikrama, says that another 200 megawatts of electricity will be added to the national grid from the Norachole coal power plant. We were able to power up the Norachole Lakvijay coal power plant at 2:15 am. This was mainly due to the dedication of the CEB engineers and Chinese experts. We hope to rectify the rest of the technical problems as well as increase the total capacity to 300 megawatts in the future. Meanwhile, the CEB chairman requests the public to continue using electricity sparingly.
The Colombo Municipal Council has taken steps to register vendors who sell rice packets on pavements in Colombo.
Individuals selling rice packets on the pavement in Colombo and its suburbs are a common sight during lunchtime. The Chief Medical Officer of the Colombo Municipal Council told Newsfirst that a program has commenced to register such vendors who operate within the Colombo city limits. He further stated that those who do not register themselves will be prohibited from selling, while rice packets should be sold within 4 hours of preparation.
We give these vendors a letter which should be handed over to the health officer in their respective areas. The health officer will then certify the place of manufacture and the standard of the food. Once they receive a certificate, they will be registered at the Public Health Department of the Colombo Municipal Council.
Rice packet vendors within the Colombo city limits stated that they are aware of this program.
We like this idea.
It is through this that we take care of our families. Therefore, we like to register ourselves. They said that we have to wrap the parcel in white paper and seal the address.
Meanwhile, the Kurunagala Municipal Council has taken steps to categorize the restaurants in its city limits. Accordingly, boards mentioning the quality category are erected at the restaurants under this program. When we commenced this program, we could not find even a single hotel in the A category within the Kurunagala city limits. However, now there are 18 hotels under the A category and 6 restaurants in the B category. What is the outcome of such categorization?
Our business has improved subsequent to this categorization.
We inquired from customers as well in this regard.
This categorization is a great help to us. We can go to any place we want and receive a service now.
The renovated Vihara Mandira opposite the Abhegiri Stupa in Anuradhapura was declared open today by the Minister of Cultural Affairs T.P. Eknayaka.
After declaring open the Vihara Mandira, the minister laid the foundation stone for a new Sanghavasa. Governor of the North Central Province, Bertie Premalal Dissanayake, was also present at the occasion.
The new Sanghavasa will provide accommodation facilities to foreign monks and to those monks from faraway areas in the country who arrive in Anuradhapura to visit the Attamastana. It will be very suitable for the present times.
Another phase of the Sasanatarana program, which is an initiative to renovate places of worship in the island to coincide with the 2600th Sri Sambhutatta Jayanti, was held in Akurana yesterday. This initiative was carried out under the patronage of co-deputy leader of the United National Party, Sajith Premadasa.
Financial donations were presented for the renovation of the Pallegoda Vilana Sri Nagarukkaram Viharaya, which belongs to the Akurana Divisional Secretariat under the Sasanata Aruna program. As a group of politicians who have come forward to build the country, we should possess high moral values. The highest moral value is public service. But when I look at the country today and the manner in which it operates, I do not see any moral values. Not spending the money allocated for the war to sustain the general public at a time when there isn't a war is not a high moral value. Foolish policies are being implemented everywhere you look. Subsequently, MP Sajith Premadasa presented a financial donation to the Masjidul Huda Mosque located in the Kasawatti area in Akurana.
United National Party parliamentarian attorney-at-law Sujiva Senasinghe states that there are clashes among certain candidates contesting the local government elections from the ruling party. The MP made this statement while engaging in election propaganda activities in the Kadwela municipality.
MP Sujiva Senasinghe and a group of United National Party candidates engaged in election propaganda activities in the Kadwela area by participating in a motorcade. The motorcade commenced in the Shanta Lokagama area in Athurgiriya and thereafter arrived at the Kadwela town. The candidates of the ruling party are throwing bombs, shooting and clashing with each other. These are being done in order to steal once again. We are giving a message to the people. Our leaders in the United National Party do not steal. We don't need the government. We can develop the Kadwela area with the 1,500 million rupees in the Urban Council. We are asking you to give your mandate to the United National Party. We will show you how Kadwela can be developed.
Coming up on the news tonight. The Asia Pacific President of JWT speaks to News First Gayatri Gunaratne.
And I think what it takes is, the talent is there. It just takes the courage and the self-confidence to compete on an international stage.
Sri Lanka ranked 16th at the 19th Asian Games. While taking a look at more local stories, a book on the contribution made by Sir Ponnambalam Ramanathan, who is a leader of Sri Lanka's freedom struggle to the education sector in the country, was unveiled yesterday. The book launch took place at the Tamil Sangam Hall in Vallavatta.
The book, authored by R.S. Nadaraja, is based on Sir Ponnambalam Ramanathan's ideas and views on education. Many distinguished guests were present at the occasion, and the first copy of the book was presented to UNP parliamentarian D.M. Swaminathan. Many individuals travel overseas. Everyone knows how they live overseas. However, I request everyone to serve the society and nation you were born into. God has created us in order for us to fulfill our responsibilities. That is the most important thing.
Michael Medell, the Asia Pacific president of the internationally renowned J. Walter Thompson Company, says that the advertising industry is going through the most interesting period and that it is a question of time that Sri Lanka will have its fair place in the international advertising industry. He expressed these views during an exclusive interview with News First Gayatri Gunaratne.
The advertising industry is changing from the traditional ways. What are the challenges that we face at present?
Well, I think the first thing is all of us who work in advertising are very lucky these days, because I think the industry is going through the most interesting period in its history, because there's a lot of change happening, primarily driven by technology. So digital is becoming very much the center point of everything we do, and that changes the way how we approach business, that changes the way how we devise communication.
So what do you see that lacks in the advertising industry at the moment?
I don't think there's a question what we are lacking. It is just how can we sort of attract new talent into the industry? How can we make sure that we have got all the skill set in a very fast changing environment being part of our industry?
Right, now turning our attention towards Sri Lanka, what do you think that we need to do to boost this industry in Sri Lanka?
Well, I think you're a very young country, you're a very sort of passionate country as you go forward, coming out of a very difficult period in your history. And I think what it takes is, the talent is there. It just takes the courage and the self-confidence to compete on an international stage. And if I just take us here, I see it will be just a question of time until Sri Lanka has its fair place on the international scene.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was indeed a pleasure having you with us here.
Thank you very much. Pleasure talking to you.
Today is the final day of the trade fair organized by the Batticaloa District Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture. The Hindu College grounds in Batticaloa hosted this trade fair, which is held with the aim of developing trade in the Batticaloa district.
Several state and non-governmental organizations set up its trade stalls at the trade fair. Meanwhile, News First organized several programs on news reporting at the trade fair for talented youngsters in the area. More than 200 individuals participated in screen tests, which were conducted by News First, while 10 of them qualified for the final round. Tanya Jennifer Mahendran, who was selected from amongst 10 finalists, was afforded the novel opportunity to present a live at 25 news bulletin at 5:25 p.m. on News First. Jennifer was not aware of her achievement until the News First team arrived at her home located down Erons Road in Batticaloa and told her the joyous news. A student of St. Cecilia College in Batticaloa, Jennifer is studying in the commerce stream for the GCE Advanced Level examination.
You're watching News First, and up next is a look at Action TV.
Hindering the participatory development concept is one of the common features of infrastructure development projects. At least views and proposals of those who will be directly affected by the project are not taken into consideration when implementing certain infrastructure development projects. The main aim of the implementers of development projects, who isolate these projects from the public, is to rob the funds allocated for the projects. As a result of such robberies, the public finally end up with facilities that are not built according to the planned standard. The public, who have gotten used to being satisfied with what is shown to them, have shied away from the responsibility of monitoring whether development projects which are being carried out with public money is being properly done. The residents of Katupilinda in Bingiria are a group that use their right to be vigilant over the manner in which public money is being spent. However, the reaction of the Ceylon Electricity Board to this action of these residents was not pleasant. It is based on two reasons that the residents of the Katupilinda protested against the attempts made by the CEB to fix a transformer which was being installed, while going against the proper plans made to fix a transformer with the aim of increasing the voltage in the area. Based on this, electricity cables pass over one village on its way to the next village. They are hoping to establish the transformer at the end of the other village. However, through this, electricity cannot be utilized by the village through which it passes over. Therefore, the public request for the transformer to be installed in between the villages so that both villagers can benefit. Every time officials come here, they agree with us and say that our demands are justifiable. We continuously point out that our suggestion will save about 1.5 million rupees for the CEB. The damage to public property will be minimal and trees need not be felled. The CEB, which agreed with the issues pointed out by the public with the intention of avoiding the wastage of public money and to maximize the benefits from these projects, had later installed poles according to their ulterior motives. The Public Utilities Commission, which confirms that the issue pointed out by the public is correct, following an inspection of the location, subsequently forwards its recommendations on the best way to implement the project to the Northwestern Province Coordinator of the CEB. Though it has been 80 days since these recommendations were forwarded, the project continues to be halted. Shouldn't measures be taken to find out whether this is a punishment that the public has to undergo as they sought the assistance of the Public Utilities Commission? Director General of the Public Utilities Commission, this is over to you.